Imitation is the best form of flattery. We have all heard of this famous line by Oscar Wilde, but most of us may have failed to truly appreciate the sentiment. This is where we can learn from China. The Chinese have not only understood the wisdom behind this word, they have made business model out of it. The most profitable and efficient way to make cash is called C2C, a copy to China. Hi, I am Krishna and today I am going to talk about copycat culture of China, a business model that thrives on counterfeiting products by creating fake copies as good as original. Well, almost think of any product right now, no matter how big or small, how much it costs or its feature, if it exists, there is a 99% chance it has a Chinese copy. The degree of the copy may vary, but the Chinese version, I can assure you, it will look as good as original. The imitation is truly sincere. I am afraid this is beginning to sound like a sales pitch for Chinese product. I assure you it's not. And I am not talking about ripping off phones or watches here. I am talking about the big stuff, the big business. China is the world's largest manufacturing hub, and this copycat culture is all pervasive. And it is the most brazen in automobile sector. In China car manufacturing industry, and before I tell you how, here are some quick facts. Number 1, China has the biggest car market in the world. It became the biggest in year 2009 and it has remained biggest ever since. Number 2, China has more brands and model of the car than any other country in the world. It will take you a day perhaps to count all of them. And number 3, China has the cheapest car in the world, cheaply priced and cheaply copied. You see this car, I am sure very sight of it getting you nostalgic. The Maruti Suzuki 800 has that effect on people in India. This one on your screen is not an 800. This is called Jiangnan TT, the cheapest car in China. A rip-off of a good old Maruti Suzuki 800. This just costs around 20,000 yuan, that is $3,000, close to 2 lakhs rupees. It is based on the same model and equipped with the same engine and has the same features that gives a similar power output. The banditry, I must say, is quite brazen and it is tailored to suit your convenience. If you are bold and adventurous, you can go for this one, a Diablo VT, the straight rip-off of Lamborghini Diablo. If you are interested in bonding with family and friends, I suggest you go for this one, Chang'an Lynx 1. The blatant clone of Toyota Innova Crista, only that it is much cheaper. If you are somebody looking for driving the induced trance, may I suggest the Geely GE. It is the Chinese imitation of Rolls-Royce Phantom. It has the same large front, the same headlamp and the same spirit of ecstasy. Only the expiry date is Chinese. And if you want a sport car and you can't afford it, I suggest you consider Suzu Eagle Carry. This looks familiar and I am sure it does. In the front it resembles Ferrari and in the back it resembles Porsche. You get the best of the both worlds in one car and you won't have to burn a hole in the pocket. I could give you a lot more examples. I could go on with this one. But the list is never ending because almost every car in China is copy. Which brings us to a question, how do the Chinese get away with such blatant and brazen copy? Is this copycat culture even legal? Well, here's the thing, there is no international copyright law for the automobile industry. But there is an international agreement that protects originality. They require companies to recognize each other intellectual properties law, and it is a complex process. Expecting China to respect law is asking for too much, and expecting China to respect international law is asking for even more. So international car makers don't even bother taking Chinese car makers to the court. Well, some of them do and fail. In 2004, Honda tried to sue Chinese Xiong'an Auto for copying their vehicle and it failed. In 2008, Fiat sued Chinese Great Wall Motors for copying their design. They even got copycat car banned in Europe, but the sales in the China didn't stop. We are in 2021, now virus is spreading faster than the speed of all the cars I have just mentioned, and it has decimated global automobile industry. Most manufacturing plants have been shut. Supply chains have been disrupted, showrooms have been sealed, sales have collapsed, but none of this thing is happening in China. China's automobile industry is back on track. Demand is steadily returning, sales figures are reviving, and global cars makers are looking at China with hopeful eye. And I have a figure for you. Toyota, listen to this. Sold over 1,72,000 units in China last month. Honda sold more than 1,42,000 units. and Japanese car maker Mazda sold more units than it has in 2020. Right now, for these car makers and many more, China is their best bet for revival, and Chinese cars are going global. Take the example of the Hebei, the leading SUV brand of China, Great Wall Motor. It is steadily spreading internationally. It has already established new franchises in Russia, South Africa and Australia. And if you are living in any of these countries, Chinese are coming for you with their copycat car. Now I understand that this may seem a bit strange. We are worrying about business while people are worrying about their lives, which they should. But the harsh reality is this: China is waging an economic war, and we are doing frankly very little to stop this. We are still hooked to Chinese products, to a cheaper manufacturing, to a cheaper copy of things we cannot afford. But we need to be in touch with this economic reality, and we need to do something about this more importantly. So guys, this was all about Chinese copycat culture, and thanks for watching.